Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is new, so please subscribe and hit the bell button. Also like, comment, share. All of that would be very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much. I always read my comments and I always reply too. I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on twin flames that's based on my life and my twin flame. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One, Books 1 and 2. You can find links to purchase my books from Amazon in the description box below. You can also find links to view trailers that I created for each of them that give hints to the storyline. You can also find links to view lives that I uploaded. I'm now reading book 1 aloud to my Facebook friends and followers. We're having a lot of fun with that, so if you like audiobooks, free audiobooks, join in on the fun. It's of course, I feel it's a great story. Everybody's really loving it. So check that out. Also, I have a link for my playlist that I am creating to put them all in there, and I also have the trailers in there. I have also a link to my author's page on Facebook, and I have a link for my personal wall if you want to follow me or send me a friend request. I also have a link in the description box for my friend April. She just started an astrology YouTube channel. She's awesome. Give her a shot. Subscribe. She's wonderful. I also have uploaded some lives that I did a few years back on my story, who I am, my mission, and now I am offering personal readings. So if you would like one of those, the information is also in the description box below. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you are attracted to it is when it is right for you. This is the Celtic cross spread, which I read a little differently than others, and so I'll explain as I go. Now, at the heart of everything right now, Pisces, you have the Princess of Wands. Wand energy is passion. It's energy itself. It's fire. Wands can represent what you do for a living. This is the energy of the zest for life, the joy of life. It's a youthful energy, kind of like being a teenager. So you might be feeling as good as you did when you were a teenager right now. You see that her wand has the sun at the end of it, and the sun is the happiest card in the deck. In this deck, if she had been upside down, it wouldn't mean like in other decks that there's a different meaning. It would just have meant that it was not fully manifested. But it is not upside down, so this energy is in full force for you right now. You're just feeling really good about life. You have joy. You were probably enjoying your job, your career, whatever you do during the day. If you're a student or if you're retired and say you volunteer somewhere, you're really enjoying that. Okay, so you're feeling really good, youthful, and enjoying life, and that's really, really wonderful. You may also be feeling spiritual right now, because fire energy is also spirit. Okay, so the next energy, pardon me, that we read that is directly affecting what is at the heart of everything for you at this time, Pisces, is sword energy. This is air energy. This is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. This in particular is Gemini energy. Okay. And then we have Jupiter up here. That's the largest planet. So it's a very powerful energy. So while you're feeling really happy, there's something here that's interfering. You'll see that there is an interference going on. It may have something to do with a Gemini. This is, interference means something is stopping you, okay? Possibly there's one thing, you're feeling really good, except there's one thing in your life that is interfering with your full and complete happiness, okay? But the thing about this card is, this is when, see, in the Rider-Waite deck, which is, or in other decks, instead of this this that looks kind of like a ladder, as a series of steps. Sometimes I will describe this as a series of steps that need to be taken. I don't see that right now. What I see this as the traditional images of someone who is bound. They're standing there, they're bound, they're blindfolded, and they're surrounded by swords as if in a cage, but there are no swords in front of them. So they're not really bound at all. This is the feeling of being blind to how to free yourself. It's being, it's like feeling like your hands are tied. There's a restriction, there's a helplessness going on here, where you feel silenced, imprisoned, sometimes paralyzed by fear like a deer in the headlights. But this is all an illusion. There is really nothing binding you. Okay? Like I said, this person is usually surrounded by swords, but they're not, they can actually take off their blindfold. They can take off the bindings and step out of the cage of swords. This is where it's kind of where you're being self-defeated. You have a self-defeating attitude, okay? And when you go with these self-defeating attitudes, that's when possibilities die, okay? So there's one thing that you're getting caught up in your thoughts with, because that's what swords are. Swords are mental. They're thoughts. They are logic, words, worries. It's all in your head, okay? So there's something that's making you, there's something about your thinking that's causing you to feel bound. And it has to do with fear, okay? Now, the next energy that we read is what is at the root of everything. And here we have more wand energy. There's something about your career or what's going on in your life. This is more fire energy, okay? This one in particular is a Sagittarian influence, and Saturn up here. Now what this is just feeling overburdened. That's why it's called oppression. And you'll see that this energy is right side up. So this is full on. Right now, you're feeling like you have a little too much on you. Okay? You're feeling like you bit off more than you could chew. Something is weighing heavily on you. And even though these are two different suits, I feel it has something to do with this interference. Okay? Something seems too much for you, and it's probably leading to a feeling of exhaustion, and it could be, yeah, I feel like it's really linked to that. Now the next energy that we read is the energy that is moving out of your life at this time. Okay, and here we have disc energy. Discs are sometimes called pentacles or coins. Now you'll see that this card is upside down. Now discs are all about your earthly life, all about your health and your wealth. Okay, so far we've got two wands, which is related to career. And even though you're feeling really good, there's something about it that's feeling oppressive, and it's causing fear, so that you don't know how to move forward. You can't see how to move forward, okay? And now this is disc energy. This never fully manifested, okay? Since this is in the section where this energy is moving out of your life, this is something that began to manifest but then never really did, okay? This has a Virgo energy to it, and the sun again, okay? So now what this is also, I'm noticing now that you've got 2 8s. Okay? So either pause this video or do this after you're done watching, but you might want to Google angel number 88. Okay? Now this says this is prudence. Okay? This is learning a new skill or talent. So there was something that you found, like you had a talent for something, you started to get excited about doing something new in your life, but then you stopped. Okay, this is when you are working diligently on something, when you're very focused and you're working hard. That's what prudence is. This is also not overspending or not buying like large purchases, things like that. This is what this has to do with. But I just feel like this was some sort of new thing that you began to do, and it had something to do with your finances or your health, and then you just stopped. This could have been something like a side business or an exercise regimen, something that would have been very prudent to do in your life, and it would have brought you a lot of happiness. When you see a circle and a dot like that, that's the sun, that's happiness, okay? And 8 is a very balanced number, okay? This is saying tree of life here. This would have grown into something really beautiful, I think. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that this could have freed you possibly from this oppression, or it could be that you felt like you bit off more than you could chew when it came to this, and now you've given this up. Okay, now the next 2 cards for me as a reader are future cards. Most of the time this is a more immediate future, and this is a future that happens after this one, but not all the time. So let's see. Now we go down and up into a clockwise motion, and so we read this one first. And these are awesome cards, Pisces. Okay, here you have the Star. This is a major arcana card. For those of you who are new to my channel, I read whenever I get a major arcana card in a reading, it's an indication to me that this energy is a part of your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the reason why you incarnated as the person that you are, to learn the lessons that you are learning here on this planet, in this body. And the lessons that you learn here are to raise the vibration of your soul. Okay? So, this energy is a big part of your divine blueprint, the reason why you were here. You'll see that it is not fully manifested yet, but as a future card, this is a possibility that is beginning to take form in your not so immediate future. Okay, see what I'm saying? Should this card become fully flipped and in its full energy, this is a beautiful card. Both of these are. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but now the Star, if you are if you're like an actor or an actress, or you're in the music world, this is you becoming a star. If you are just starting a new job, you're going to be the star at your work. This is healing. This is all your hopes and dreams coming true. And because it's part of the reason why you're here, this victory, this beautiful blessing that this is part of the reason you're here. This is something, it's like good karma for all the lessons that you've been learning up until now, for all the hard things that you've had to go through. This is like a reward. This is healing from those things. This is shining. This is you shining like a star. And or this could be an Aquarius entering your life for, being big and large and in charge. Okay? So this is really, really, really awesome. Now, here's your more immediate future, and you'll see that this card is right side up, and this is the Sun. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is a beautiful future card for you to have. And just like I said, see right there, the little circle and the dot on the inside? That represents the Sun. The Sun is happiness, joy, beauty, love, joy for life. You see how those little figures are dancing? And it's reminding me of the Gemini influence that you have here in this card, where you have some sort of feeling of being bound here with this Gemini. Look at these two, this Gemini feeling right there of freedom. Okay? You go from feeling like you're bound to feeling free and joyful. Just like here, but completely. You see the Sun? You see how she looks like she's dancing? And what is a star? What is the Sun but a star? It's like getting a double sun, triple sun, quadruple sun in your reading. Now, when you get this card, any other card in this reading that seems negative, it makes that energy not so bad. So, this oppression, this feeling weighed down, this feeling trapped, isn't as bad as you think it is. Okay? So these are awesome. This is making me feel happy. Now, the next card that we read is your Hope card. And this is a new beginning in your earthly life. For some of you, this is starting a family. This is the divine seed to be planted, the beginning of something really beautiful. Okay? Now, I don't always see this, but when I have cards of the same suit, I just can't help but feel like maybe you should look at this again and flip it, because you can always bring this energy that's moving out of your life, you can always bring it back in. This has the Sun. You can plant the tree again. Okay? This is learning a new skill. And if this right here, learning something new and doing this side job or this exercise plan or whatever this is for your health and your wealth, if it feels like too much, the Sun says it's not as bad as you think. This says that you've bound yourself, but you can free yourself from this way of thinking. Okay? So this tree withered and died, but here's the seed again. Okay? Because you've got happiness. This is what you're truly hoping for. This happiness. It even kind of looks like a sun to me right now. And there's wings all around it. It's surrounded by angels. You're surrounded by angels. This new beginning. Aces are always new beginnings. This is a new beginning. So is something like an apprenticeship. Okay? Just whatever it is. It doesn't, I mean, if this was something that you absolutely don't want to bring back, that's fine. But I just feel like whatever you think here is heavy and oppressive, or you're feeling trapped, it's just not as bad as you think. And it's not as bad as you think. And it's not as bad as you think. Okay? All right, let's move on. Now, the next energy that we read is your environment card. Here is another major arcana. And this is the manifesting energy of the universe. In other decks, this is called the world. This is the completion of a cycle. There is a cycle in your life right now that is completing. That's why this is here. This is a 10. All 10s are endings. Now, while you might be feeling like this right now, it's over. Drop these bonds. Drop that heavy load. It's time. It's time to drop the heavy load. It's time to drop this feeling of oppression. Okay? So you have a new beginning here. And that is exactly what you're hoping for. Okay? But the reason this is upside down and not fully manifested is because you're fearing it. This is your fear card. This is the Fool, the major arcana card of the Fool. And it is not fully manifested. But what this is a leap of faith. This is a new beginning itself. This is the 0. Okay? Now, this portal, when this cycle is over, you go through a portal into a new time. This is also a portal. Okay? This is a new beginning right here. You're hoping for it, but you're also afraid. That's the interference. This is the fear. Feeling like your hands are tied. You don't know how to move forward. You feel blind. You don't know what to do, but actually you do. You're just afraid. But in this reading, it's telling you this is nothing to be afraid of, because it's just going to bring you happiness and happiness. Happiness, 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 happiness. New beginning. Manifesting new beginning. And these are major arcana cards. This means that this is supposed to happen. Once you go through this portal and this cycle is completed and you begin your new cycle, you'll have the world. And this is what the Fool represents. This 0. Do you see the 0? And the 0. The 0. New beginning. Now the 0 is very feminine, which means it's very nurturing. Do you see the 0? The 0. The stars. Okay? It's in almost every one of your cards here. This nurturing, beautiful new beginning. The 0. Okay? This is what this truly is. There's the Sun again. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's everything to look forward to. And with this Fool, I love this Fool card because look, here you have coins and you have grapes, so that's earth. You have the butterfly, which has been transformed, the old to the new. You have this dove of peace, a feeling of peace. You have the flying caduceus, which is health. It's related to health. See, now this is air. Feeling of freedom. The freedom. This is air. Swords are air. Freedom. This is what it's saying to me here. So we have earth, air. Up here he's holding fire. There's fire in the sun right there. And down here we have water, which is you, Pisces. And we have the crocodile or the alligator down here, the primordial beginnings of all of us, the reptilian brain that is causing you to have fear. Earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, because this is a leap of faith. Faith in what? Faith in spirit. Faith in the divine. Okay? Faith in yourself, because you are divine. Now here we have the sun again. The zero. The zero. And here we have another Sagittarian influence. Now, more wand energy. Pardon me. This is the wounded warrior energy. This is your outcome. So you're going to feel pretty tired, okay? Wand. You're feeling pretty tired. But this is saying, see, look, you have a progression from 9 to 10. There's one more battle. One more battle, and it's over. You know what that is. And that's freeing yourself from the fear. From this darkened moon energy down here up to the light. This is the last battle. Overcoming your fear for whatever this is that is stopping you. It's you. Now, here's your underlying energy. The Hierophant. This is a teacher. This is an apprentice. And this is a teacher. Whether this is an actual person or life itself teaching you, free yourself from this fear. This is the only thing that's holding you back. And guess what? It's not as bad as you think. And there's going to be a huge change. And then you're going to have a wonderful family life. Look. From the ace to the 10. From the beginning to the happy ending. And you'll be in your power, you'll know what you want, and you can rush forward. And then things will begin to work in your life. And then you will have rest. Rest from this feeling of having too much. All right, Pisces. So this is actually a beautiful reading. The only thing standing in your way is yourself, is the fear that you have for whatever you're trying to do, whatever you were trying to do. Now, how much control that you have over this situation I gauged by the number of major arcana to minor arcana. Major arcana, as I said, represent your divine blueprint. Minor arcana represent your free will as a being. Okay? So how many major arcanas? You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 out of 10 cards means you're still mostly in control of this. That you are in control. You have to gain control over your fear and free yourself from this fear that's holding you back. And then the universe will bring it all in for you. You have to open up and let the universe bring in the sun and the healing and all your dreams coming true. And go through the portal. Take the leap of faith and spirit. Believe in, trust in yourself. Trust in spirit. It's like jumping out of a window knowing that the people below will catch you. And it's scary. But spirit will catch you. And everything will be okay. Because if you just let the fear take you over and you never jump, the flames may overtake you and you won't. You know what I mean? If you were in a burning building and they're telling you to jump If you don't do it, you're just going to burn up. Whereas if you trust and you jump, everything will be fine. Trust yourself, trust in spirit. That's what I have for you at this time. See you next time, Pisces.